here, okay, which is our Consul General of Ghana, Mr. Joseph Annin. Welcome.
Good evening once again. And I think you know my name, so everything is fine. Right. Yes, let me join Errol in thanking the organizers, because not many organizations try to focus on Ghana in a country like Canada. So far away place like Canada, and then there is a function, and the Ghanaians are supposed to at least talk about investment opportunities in Ghana. I think is a good thing. So thank you, Xchange. Now, doing business in Ghana, I think the government has made it so easy for everyone who is interested in investment in the country, because the government has set up an institution called Ghana Investment Promotions Center. And this center is mandated to encourage, promote, and facilitate investment in all sectors, except mining, which is taken care of by the Minerals Commission. So why Ghana? If you decide to go to Ghana to do business, I think Ghana at least is politically stable, economically is one of the fastest growing economies on the continent of Africa. The lucrative areas in our economy that investors can really enter, we have the agric and farming, we have food production, we have oil and gas, we have ICT, which I believe most of you will be interested in, and then we have microfinance, tourism, and real estate that will also require capital is intensive, and herbal medicine. Now, if I have to go back, we all know that food is one of the basic needs of mankind, right? And food production, once you enter into that, you are sure of ending demand. Now, the steady growth of Ghana's population will only help explode the demand for food. Now, Ghana has soils that can support a vast variety of food crops, and yet the agricultural sector is one of the most underutilized in the country. And when it comes to food production, the country is home to many agricultural food products. It offers a much needed raw materials for food processing companies. And I believe my Ghanaian compatriots here would attest to that, especially when it comes to maybe a vegetable like tomato. When the season is up, they can even fight you with tomatoes. Now let the season pass, they slice the tomatoes and sell them. Yeah. And I believe that luckily there are so many Ghanaians here, so they can attest to, unless it's been a while since you go home. But when we have the season, like mangoes, when the season comes, you can eat and eat and eat and eat. But let the season just go, and then you have to struggle to get mangoes. So these are things that if we are really getting into processing, at least adding value to it, we can process them. And my colleagues here who are into businesses, and especially early, right? Yeah. And we discussed it one time, and I believe it's an area that we should all, those of you who can also attract investors, you can also think about these areas, not necessarily getting into the farming yourself, right? Now, oil and gas, we all know that Ghana has discovered oil, and Ghana has started producing oil. And it's an area that is also begging to be exploited. So, I don't know how maybe the business entrepreneurs around can also assist. And like the site I gave you, everything that you want to do, the processes that you have to go through, actually EIPC is a one-stop shop. You enter in there, whatever you want to do. If you want land, if you want anything that you want to do, you can just do it at one point. And I don't think that should be a problem. The problem would be the desire for you to enter into the country, and the desire to proceed with whatever you want to do. As for ICT, I know the younger ones will be interested in that. The internet system here, especially if you travel from here to Ghana, internet becomes a problem for you. It goes by, they say the credit, you top up every now and then. So you download one piece, your money is finished. So if you don't have the money, you have a problem. I remember recently I just sent something, WhatsApp to a friend, and a friend told me he needs a top up before he can download whatever clip I sent. So this is an area that is also begging for investment. And any body, any group that will be interested in this area, you go to GIPC website, and believe me, whatever you need to do, you can just go ahead, and you make your bags and get out if you want to. Microfinance is also another problem. We have businesses yet to start, others to need to expand, but where is the money? So this is also another area that in your deliberations you can also look at. And tourism, Ghana was one of the countries where slave trade was a kind of lucrative business those days. And we have castles dotted all along our coast. And we have so many other tourism attractions. But then promoting them becomes a problem. I remember there is a place in Cape Coast called Kakum Park. I don't know whether anybody had gone there. Yeah, you get to the site, at times even food to eat becomes a problem. If you are there and you are hungry, you have to drive back to Cape Coast, get something. If you are not, you have not prepared already, you have to come back to Cape Coast before you go back. Even setting up a small restaurant there, I believe can make a lot of money for you, and also at least now attract people, because if I go there and I can't get food to eat, why do I have to worry myself? And you know, Africans too, I don't know, we are not the tourist type. Because you look at a place like China, domestic tourism alone makes a lot of money for the country. You go to the Great Wall, you see more Chinese even than foreigners. Now, the country's economy is in transition, Ghana's economy, because I'm from Ghana Consul, right? Ghana's economy is in transition from lower income to middle income status. And it is also at the early stages of dramatic development in its maritime, aviation, energy, manufacturing, and business, as well as urban transport network. There is therefore the need for massive infrastructure development in the country's transition to full-blown median income economy. Now, the country therefore seeks and promotes partnership in investment. But to my colleagues from Ghana, at least the Ministry of Foreign Affairs this year set up a diaspora bureau in the ministry, and this is the first time ever. And the purpose of that is to at least seek the ideas of Ghanaians outside the country in the development of the country back home, right? So then, I know with time we are going to register those who are interested in taking up appointment back home. It wouldn't be like a full time. You can just go as an expert, as a consultant, as whatever, depending on your interest. So when that time comes, I believe I'm going to call on my fellow Ghanaians and see how best those who are interested in helping the country or assist up to us to resolve the issue. So in the nutshell, I would just encourage anybody who is interested in business in Africa, rather to look at Ghana, because a warm welcome awaits you, and I believe that there is everything available to help you in doing whatever business that you are interested in. So let me thank you all, and then wish that we will have a successful discussion. Thank you so much.
question to you is, what attention demand is the government promoting for investors to actually make sustainable growth within the country?
That's what I was telling you. The government, especially when it comes to investments, right? We have created a free zone board where if you have your business in there are so many incentives, tax exemption for a period of about 10 years, so many other facilities which are all listed at the Ghana Investment Promotion Center website. So the government is doing everything possible, creating a stable environment. You know, Ghana had always, since about the 60s, been involved in peacekeeping, right? So any issue around West Africa, Ghana is there to assist. So, and the whole thing is, if your neighbor's beard is burning, and you just sit back and say, oh, I'm thinking about myself, fine, you'll be there and then the fire will just get to you. So we try to assist our neighbors so that at least they will be stable. In the process, they would also continue with our stability and then enjoy the benefits of stability. When it comes to investment, the government has done so much. And like I told you, everything is once, and I brought some brochures, but I don't think they are enough. That is why I decided to put the website out there. There is everything that you need to know, all the sectors. We have done brochures for all the various sectors. So if you want to get into farming, it is there. If you want to get to agro-industry, everything is there. And I brought only one copies. Maybe I will hand them over to the organizers and then they'll find a way, I don't know how, and then get them to you. Right?
Thank you for your answer. Now, my next question to you is, being the Consul General and you represent the country, we have Xchange putting this event together. How can the Consul General office from here, through the government, encourage the organizers of this event to make sure that the next event is broader and get more people participating into this?
That one will be, I think they will have to just come and we'll sit down. But definitely after every program, you have to do the analysis, right? You should know what happened, what should have been done. So once they do everything, I was just looking at it, that's why I said, once they do everything, you just come, we sit down, and then we see what we can do as a consulate. You know, the US, I saw an advert, once you can think it, you can do it. Once the idea to me is more valuable than money, right? Though you need some money to push the idea, but I think once you have the idea, whatever it is, you can do that one and get the idea across.